Let me tell you about this side hustle that made me $20,000 on Etsy. So if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're looking for a way to make some extra cash on the side, this side hustle is going to be so perfect for you. And it's the easiest and affordable side hustle that you could get started with. I started this side hustle right from the comfort of my own home. And let me tell y'all, it has been able to replace that boring ass 9 to 5 job that we all do not like to go to. I found out about this side hustle through this girl that was already making them on Etsy. And when I tell you, when I first came across her, she had 4.1K sales. And then 3 months later, she had 6.1K sales. And I'm like, I could make these. I already had an Etsy shop. At the time, I was going to a music festival and needed to vend, and so I needed to display my jewelry, and that's how I found her. So your girl went to Home Depot and got every single thing I needed to start building these. And it's super easy to do, you guys, and it's extremely affordable. How much is it going to be to invest in this side hustle? $500. You could cut that in half if you're somebody who likes to save money and bargain and buy your tools off of Marketplace. That's what I did. I bought one of my table saws off of Marketplace, and I definitely was able to get the cost down, you know. So I think that you could definitely really invest in this, about $300 to be real, which is awesome if you ask me, because who don't want to make sales like this in one day, right? So let's get into what this side hustle actually is. So this side hustle is me pretty much building and creating these jewelry display stands for jewelry businesses, handmade jewelry businesses that all go to either craft shows, you know, certain vendor events to display their art so that they can sell their jewelry. So I am the one that comes in and build these display stands for them to be able to do that. And when I tell you these are a necessity, these are such a necessity, you guys. You know why? Because there's always jewelry businesses being created. And when I tell you these jewelry businesses, they all go to those craft shows. They're always booking craft shows throughout the year. And so they need this jewelry display stands to display their jewelry when they get there. And these jewelry display stands are so much more elegant than those boring ones that you typically see at those vendor events. Not a knock for those of you who do have them. But these are just so much more aesthetically pleasing, okay? And it makes your vendor booth look so much more professional, which is why so many people tend to go with these display stands over the boring ones. So when I started learning about how to make them, it was not as easy, okay? These look like they would be easy to build, but they're not, okay? You could go and try to build these yourself. You are going to run into this specific thing that was causing me chargebacks, okay, like crazy in the beginning of me making them. It almost made me not want to sell them, you guys, because I constantly kept getting chargebacks and people complaining about this specific issue that took me a long time to figure out. So it was driving me up the wall, and you don't want bad reviews on Etsy because it could really hurt your shop. And so I decided to share the love so I could teach y'all how to make income like this, okay? And you could get away from your 9 to 5, because there is so much room for everyone to win. I promise you. The competition is super low, you guys. You know why? Because it was just me and her selling them at this point in time. Nobody really knows about this, okay? That is why you can make that much money on Etsy, because like I said, the competition is super low, yo. I'm telling you, there's only a few shops really selling them. And like I said, these are a necessity, but you do have to build them professionally, because like I said, you don't want those chargebacks. Etsy will close your shop if you get way too many of them. And so, like I said, my class teaches you how to build these professionally. My class also teaches you how to market yourself on social media, as well as give you my best listing on Etsy to copy. So if you're looking for a side hustle to make extra income to get away from that boring 9 to 5, come and join my class. My class is super affordable. And comment I'm interested below if you want to learn.